Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're tackling what feels like a nightmare scenario for anyone managing a large venue.
Oh, yeah.
How do you actually get dozens of video sources to, say, 50 different screens across a big building without, miles of cables and a control room meltdown?
Right. It's a huge challenge.
So we're looking into professional, large-scale AV distribution tech.
Exactly. We're specifically going to dig into the WolfPack PoE HDMI over IP matrix switchers. Think of this, for you listening, as a quick way to grasp what this kind of complex hardware actually does.
Okay.
Especially for these really big installs with loads of displays. We're focusing on, the scale and the control systems.
And the scale is, well, it's significant. The sources show these WolfPack systems can handle up to 50 TVs.
Into 50. Yeah, that's definitely enterprise level. And it demands a totally different approach than just, hooking up a few screens locally.
So what is that different approach? What's the core tech?
It's fundamentally AV over IP, audio video over internet protocol.
Okay, sending video over the network.
Precisely. And what's really critical here is the use of PoE, power over Ethernet.
Ah, right. Power and data on one cable.
Exactly. And that massively simplifies the installation. Think about it. No need for separate power outlets at every single screen endpoint. It cuts down clutter, cuts down cost, especially when you're dealing with, 50 endpoints.
Makes sense. But doesn't sending all that video over a standard IP network, doesn't that create issues like bandwidth problems or compression artifacts?
That is the key trade-off, absolutely.
Yeah.
And these systems tackle it head-on. They're HDCP compliant, which is crucial for protected content.
Okay.
And they use specific compression protocols, either H.264 or the newer H.265.
H.265 being more efficient, right?
Much more efficient. If you're pushing 50 simultaneous 1080p streams, using H.265 is pretty vital. It keeps that high quality, but, uses way less bandwidth, keeps the network from grinding to a halt.
And what about physically getting the signal there? How far can it go?
Pretty far, actually.
Yeah.
The specs say 450 feet using standard SATA6 cable.
Wow, okay.
And the performance, the switching speed and latency, it's listed as 80 milliseconds.
80 milliseconds. Why is that specific number so important in, say, a sports bar or casino?
Well, think about it. In those big synchronized places, anything much higher than 80 milliseconds, and you'd start seeing noticeable delays. Lip sync issues on commentary, lag when they switch cameras or inputs.
Right, it would look messy.
Exactly. Across 50 screens, those little delays add up fast and frankly ruin the experience for viewers. Oh, and another big plus for operators, no monthly license fees mentioned for this core capability.
That's a significant cost saving over time. Okay, so the scale is handled, the tech seems robust, but managing 50 different screens spread out everywhere, that sounds like the real headache. How do they actually control it all?
Yeah, this is where it gets pretty clever with the visualization stuff. One really standout feature is the wireless real-time video preview.
What does that mean exactly?
It means the control interface, usually it's an iPad app or maybe an Android one, it doesn't just show you a static icon or a name for the source. It shows the actual live video from that source right there on the tablet.
Oh, I see. So the operator sees what they're about to send before they send it.
Precisely. It cuts down on errors massively. You can visually confirm, yep, that's the right game, or that's the correct camera feed before pushing it live to, potentially dozens of screens.
That sounds incredibly useful, like a huge quality of life thing for the staff.
Definitely. And it goes beyond just simple switching. These systems also have really sophisticated video wall features.
Video walls, right, like combining multiple screens into one big picture.
And it's drag and drop. You could apparently create video walls of basically any size or configuration you want. And critically, you can rotate the video feed 90, 180, 270 degrees.
Oh, for those portrait-style displays you sometimes see. Creative installs.
Exactly that. It gives a lot of flexibility for designers.
So all this control, the live preview, the video walls, it's all managed through one system.
Yeah, it converges in what they call the WolfPad tablet TV control systems. And this isn't just about inputs and outputs.
Okay.
It lets users remotely control the actual source devices too. So from that one tablet, you could potentially manage your DirecTV boxes, DISH receivers, cable boxes, maybe even specific Roku channels.
Wow, okay. So full remote control.
Pretty much. Turning all 50 TVs on or off at once, adjusting master audio levels, even pulling up TV listings or floor plans to help staff figure out which screen is where. It's aiming for total remote management.
So let's talk cost for this kind of enterprise level setup. The sources give an example, right?
They do. A 1080p 20 by 50 system that's 20 sources to 50 TVs With that real-time iPad video preview feature, it's listed at $11,775.
$11,775. Okay, that gives us some context for a fully integrated, high-capacity solution like this.
Right. That price tag reflects the scale, the PoE integration, the advanced software, the real-time preview, all of it bundled together.
Yeah.
But the sources also mention flexibility. Well, it seems you have options. You could look at pre-configured system examples like that one, or there's a build-your-own kind of path for custom setups.
Right.
And for anyone needing specific quotes for their own installation, they provide a contact number, 833-965-3722. That's 833-WolfPack.
Okay, good to know. Now, we do need to add an important clarification based on our source review.
Yes.
While we have all these specs and the pricing example, the materials we looked at do not actually state that you can buy this specific product directly from HDTV Supply. Just making that clear.
Understood. Yeah, that's an important distinction. So fundamentally, what we're seeing here is technology designed to solve that high-density AV routing problem.
Right.
It does it by focusing on, scalability up to that 50 display mark, simplifying the install with PoE, and then wrapping it all in pretty comprehensive remote management software.
It definitely sets a benchmark for these kinds of large-scale professional installations.
It does. And, thinking about that price point versus basic components, it raises an interesting question for you, the listener, to maybe ponder. Well, if that pre-configured 20 by 50 system is nearly $12,000, but you can technically start building a very basic 1080p AV over IP matrix setup for maybe around $150 per endpoint. What's the real calculation? What are the hidden operational costs, the time savings, the support factors, the sheer management overhead avoided? That makes that nearly $12,000 integrated solution the right choice versus trying to piece together and manage 50 individual control points yourself.
Yeah. Where does the value equation really balance out beyond just the hardware cost?
Exactly. Something to mull over.